right, we're out of the kitchen, out on the scene, checking out some of the stuff that's going on. Victoria Pie Company is where we're at today. I can't wait to dig into this one. Let's pop over here and say hello to Robin. Hey, Robin, how are you?
Hi, good.
Thanks for having me. I'm going to have a hard time staying on this side of the counter with all that good stuff over there.
That's okay, I'll invite you over there.
Nice, nice. So what's the specialty? What's the kind of thing that goes on here?
Ooh, well, we bake very much using seasonal ingredients. So although we do have some staples like chicken pot pie and steak pot pie and things like that, we definitely try to work with our local bounty here all year round. So
nice. So you'll find apple pie in the fall and that kind of jazz, right?
Yeah. Well, we'll do. We tend to rock out apple all year round. I think if we cut that off the menu,
it's kind of a staple, hey?
But yeah, we're just in cherry season right now, so we're doing some really nice cherry pies. We're very much looking forward to the stone fruits from the Okanagan.
Absolutely, all the peaches and apricots. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's going to be delicious. Yeah. Well, how about we hop back and you can whip something up for me? That sounds good. Thanks. Okay, so we're in action here now.
We're going to make an apple apricot pie, and Jules is going to help here.
Hey, Jules, how you doing?
Hey, good, thanks.
Good. So thankfully we have one of these machines, hey?
We do, yeah. No carpal tunnel.
That's right. So they don't make them like this anymore either. Like this looks like one that's been around for a while.
It's a bit old school, yeah. We try to do things just like your grandma would do here.
Absolutely, which is great, right? Like, and that's what we all want in an apple pie. That's what pies are supposed to be about, is nostalgic.
Yeah. It's actually remarkably hard to get.
I bet, yeah. So apples, obviously we're going to have some apricots. What else would go into this mixture?
We're going to put a little, so we can start now. So a bowl of just fresh peeled apples here. We always work with a little lemon, and we work with the lemon and the lemon zest
nice,
from this guy.
Get some of the oils in there.
Just helps to sort of brighten the flavor a little bit. Everybody uses these squeezers upside down. But if you actually use it upside down this way, you get a lot more juice out of it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, like next to no juice left in those things.
Pretty much nothing left in those.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So I'm going to add a little bit of yellow sugar here, and we use this just because we want it to have a little bit of richness, but not to sort of go overboard.
Okay, yeah, so it imparts a little bit more of a caramelized flavor, right? Instead of just using regular white sugar.
Yeah.
Like it.
And we go in and just like Grandma would have done.
Yeah. Keeps the integrity of the apples a little bit, and so I suppose you want those nice chunks in your pie, right?
I'm going to go in a little bit more here.
Can't have too much sugar if you ask me.
No. Well, I mean, we try not to oversweeten because there are lots of folks that don't want too much sugar in the pie.
And that makes sense, yeah.
So that's pretty much how we season our apples.
Okay.
This here is an apricot compote. Now we've made this with fresh apricots. We don't use any canned fruit or really any dried fruit here, with the exception of sort of mincemeat Christmas, which is. So we've done this. We've cooked it down on the stove with a little vanilla, once more a little lemon, a little bit more golden yellow sugar. Yeah. So what I'm going to do here, I'll just actually add a little bit of flour to these guys, and this is just to make sure that
kind of all gets absorbed and gets a nice sort of thick sauce in there. Well, now in apricots, I mean, the sweetness of the apricot and a little bit of that tart from the Granny Smith. I'm taking guess these are Granny Smith.
They are Granny Smiths, yeah.
Sort of that sweet and sour kind of texture going on in there.
So what we do here is we just basically, this is our a pre-pressed crust, and we do everything on site here. This is our pastry is a butter olive oil pastry.
Oh, neat. And the pastry, I mean, it looks super unique.
I made 300 pie crusts before we settled on this one.
Before you decided on the right crust?
We worked with, we were really trying to stay away from shortening, as well as lard, because lard plays mean tricks on vegetarians, and we really wanted to stay away from shortening because that stuff is going to kill you. And we tried all kinds of different variations of coconut oil, but this one you get the taste of the butter, and you get the benefits of the olive oil as well. Before I opened this place, I did a lot of research and found a couple I think they're in Manitoba, and they hand make little pie presses.
Okay.
And so it's a beautiful handmade wooden device that basically you put a little, unformed piece of pastry in it and press it down, and it'll press it into these forms.
And it's unique to the forms that you use here.
Yeah, totally unique to what we use here. We barely work with pastry, so you can see the huge pieces of butter in there, which you'd never be able to get if you rolled by hand. So this is a good top for you can see that as well.
Oh, look at that.
Now, don't expect this to look too pretty, because really good pie never gonna look that pretty.
Yeah, exactly. Grandma never spent all that time making it look pretty, did she?
No, well, I mean, she might have, but it wasn't my grandma.
Fair enough.
So that's pretty much it, and we do a little slit in the top. Sorry, Jules.
Yeah, a little vent to try to get some of the steam out of there, hey?
And
should have a little fancy Victoria Pie Company stamp for that or something. That'd be perfect.
That's a good idea, actually.
There you go. Fantastic. So, are there any that are made already? Could I give one a try?
Yeah, I've got one here.
Oh, geez, look at that.
Pass that over to you. So you can see, now this little hole on the back side there, most people think, oh, that's not very pretty, but you know what that was? That was a giant piece of butter.
That's right. Yeah, then melted all in.
And it melted and baked into the pie. So you want that.
You can already, you can hear how flaky that crust is going to be.
Yeah, it's definitely crisper than a shortening-based crust.
Nice job on the apples. Looks fantastic. I'm going to give it a little taste here. Oh, wow. You're absolutely right about the pie crust. That beats any store-bought crust, hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not getting this pie back, by the way.
Okay, well.
It's all yours.
That's fantastic. Well, Robin, Jules, thanks so much for having me here today.
Oh, thank you.
I really learned a lot. I love the pie crust. Love the fillings. I look forward to trying your pies over and over again. This is great.
Thank you so much.
Thanks very much. I'm going to keep eating if that's okay, yeah?